Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys have had a good Wednesday today. Hope everything is fine and smooth. Let's get straight into it. So this segment here I'll be introducing on a weekly basis is called the RLBN. So Rugby League Broadcasting News. I'll change the name of these copyright, but I don't think there is. So basically I'm just going to give you guys news from the NRL, NARL and CRL, give you my opinions on what's happened, and just go from there. Let's get straight into it. So the first part of the news we have is Hoku's season-ending injury. Now, for me personally, it's sad. It's a big loss. Look, someone of his caliber for us was always a good player. I do believe, though, he had a bit of rocks and diamonds, although, you know, more diamonds to a degree. It's a big loss. I do understand that he was with the Warriors for a 1-year contract this year, which is obviously going to expire. I don't think we'll sign him again. If we do, it'll be for a lot less, but yeah, that's probably just a rundown there. Again, unfortunate season-ending shoulder injury. All the best with that one there, Hoku, and we hope to see you next time, but for now, take it easy. Jazz Tavanga as well, that's been floated around that the Warriors may be shipping him off, or the other teams are looking at him. Tavanga has just said basically he's a Warriors fan since he was a kid. He wants to stay here. He wants to be with the Warriors. For me personally, look, I'm not his biggest fan, but at the same time, I do know he brings us that sort of grunt that we need, that we lack, filled with a bit of ill discipline too. However, in saying that, I do think he's an integral part of the club and potentially can help us. However, at the same time, I will leave that up to the Warriors end of the side. So there you go. That's what's happening with Jazz Tavanga at the moment. He wants to stay. We'll see what happens. So what happened yesterday as well, this is Bulldogs news, was Kyle Flanagan. And we all know the question that was asked about his father and I guess how he's been talking to him. And we sort of see him sort of spill out emotionally, or at least try his best to not. Look, good on you, Kyle, for expressing yourself. It's a tough gig, man, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you're doing okay, like you're only young. You're playing behind a doggy's pack that's not giving you much at all, eh? Good on you, you know, and for the fact that you actually had the, you know, I guess, just the fortitude to actually show up in that meeting when, you know, I see both sides to it. People are saying you probably shouldn't have stepped up. People are saying it's a bit irresponsible. For me personally, look, at the end of the day, it's rugby league. We're gonna want to know how he feels, right? Like, that's just the way it is. That's how it goes. That's the reason why we love talking about it. It is what it is. But ultimately, look, I'm not there. I don't like the comments of people who are telling him to harden up. Don't tell him to harden up. You know, it's, you pour out your soul there. You pour it out on the field, eh? So you pour it outside as well when it hurts. And good on you. And I hope and I know you will be back, Flanagan, and all you Bulldogs fans as well who feel for him. Look, it must be a painful sort of a journey. He doesn't have much support, you know, from a supporting cast. So again, Flanagan, you're all good, bro. Sweet as. Don't listen to the naysayers. You keep it up, and good on you anyway for expressing yourself. And may more players do so, eh? You know, men, do so. That's my personal opinion. I'm a huge advocate for that stuff. That's just me, though. Reynolds today has signed with the Broncos on a 3-year deal. Rumors flying around that he may be the captain too. Hey, good deal. You saw the Rabbitohs without him, 50 mil. If that's what they want, that's what they're gonna get. I mean, hey, what else do you want to say? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a deal it goes good for him. I do know it's a deal that's worth quite a bit of coin, and I think good on him at the end of the day. So ultimately, good move. Great move, and if he's happy to go, he goes. He told his teammates as well that he was leaving. I'm not sure if he specified which club, but here it is, out of the bag, the Broncos, and I'm sure you've all heard about it. But for me personally, good on him, you know. He wanted to stay at the club. He's literally a genius from the Rabbitohs. They don't want him. They literally see what he has to offer. He's got the best kicking game in the league. They said, no, we're okay. Well, there you go. As for how it looks like for the Rabbitohs next year structurally, look, I can't speak for that. I don't know. but I do have a feeling that this is a big one, and it's actually quite a sad thing to see, but that's rugby league, it's a business, eh? That's why we love it, sometimes. And the last for the, I guess, the NRL news today, if you're watching during the Magic Round, I believe that they were interviewing Stephen Crichton, or a female was, and she had a bit of a balls up where she was talking to Stephen Crichton, asking Stephen Crichton if Stephen Crichton was keen on Stephen Crichton, get this, playing. And at the end of the day, and at the end, another person intervenes and says to this person, hey, well, you're talking to Stephen Crichton. And he sort of laughs. Look, I see the funny side, I also see the other side too. To be honest, you know, like, we got to have more serious people actually wanting to be part of the league. I don't know how you can get someone who can come up with a stuff up like that. Like, again, I get it, jokes, right? We're all laughing, it's funny, but at the end of the day too, there needs to be a line drawn in the sand, and basically there needs to be some professionalism shown. That's just me. You may think otherwise, and that's okay. Perhaps I'm just a bit of a party pooper here, but look, it's all fun and games, eh? But you know, like, these athletes also need to be treated with a bit of respect too, and again, it's all good and well, but if you're trying to push for a, how do I say this? If you're trying to push for, I guess, a brand or a new perspective, so to speak, if you can read between the lines, then please meet their requirement. That's all I'm going to say. Again, it's all fun and games, sure, but hey, you know, it's not really on to, you know, that's just my perspective, by the way. But that's it. That wraps it up for the NRL news. So let's go to the NARL. All right, so in the NARL, the Cleveland Rugby League are getting their troops together. They've just signed them already. Look, in terms of teams and which teams look very good to go, I'll say Cleveland Rugby League look primed and ready to go. They look invincible. They've signed some really big lads. They've got these two twins who are very tall. They wear the headgear, and look, I'm looking forward to just seeing that team play. If I was to be honest with you, again, I don't know which team to pick, but that's just, yeah, again, Cleveland Rugby League. Get ready for it. NARL, 19th of June. Let's get into it. On Twitter as well, there was a conversation between an individual, again, don't know their username, between them, New York Freedom, and Willie Mason. And the individual said, hey, Willie Mason, you know, would you, basically, long story short, you want to try it? And New York Freedom said to him, hey, let's do it. So will we see Big Willie make an appearance this season at NARL? I think why not, you know, if it brings in more exposure. Again, understanding that the NARL will need as much exposure it can get, and why not start with the big names? You know, so what if he's past the NRL prime? You know what I mean? Like, hey, this NARL, it's a different breed. It will get to that competent top elite level, you know, in a few years' time. Just not yet. Bring him in. Why not? Love to see it. Definitely draw a bit of viewers, that's for sure. Peter Godinay, former Warriors player, Warriors player, played in the Super League. He's also dabbled in different other NRL teams. Sorry, just escapes me this moment, but he has signed with the Atlanta Rhinos. And again, Atlanta Rhinos looks like a very good, solid team. I've seen some of their training vids and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, Peter Godinay, get ready for him to do his thing over the NRL. And I think it's great too. That's another thing too, right? Is the fact that you're going to get these former rugby league players from Super League or NRL coming in and playing. And I think that's a great boost for the game. As the game gets more cap space, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good initiative to get more players. Why not? You know, why not? Why not try your luck out in America? You know what I mean? Come on, let's be honest now. It's, in terms of sporting exposure, it's as big as it gets. You know, bar European football, of course. But there you go. Good on you, Peter, and it's going to be good to see you play. And for the last bit of news for the NARL, the DC Cavalry, last two bits of news. DC Cavalry have signed players too. They had a combine, I believe, and I think they're going to be having another one shortly. But some players have been signed for that. The DC Washington Cavalry, get amongst it. And last but not least, Daniel Vidot, as we all know him, former Knights player. has, and also known in WWE as Zion Quinn, was actually spotted at the Washington DC Combine. Again, as a support for the NARL, and how good is it that they could potentially be having, you know, an ambassador, and who knows, WWE may financially support him, we'll see. But it's good to see Daniel Vidal there in his element, right? Not only in the ring, but out in the field. Again, rugby league in America is going to do that. That's why I think it's going to be a unique sort of an experience. It's going to be an experience we will never see, I don't think, in a good way. And it could probably put the sport of rugby league on the map. More views for NRL, Super League, the elite top one, the French league, all that stuff. So that's an awesome thing. So that wraps it up for the NARL. And for the CRL, we have basically the teams there. They are getting ready, getting primed, looking for players, looking for coaches and refs as well. Refs to help out their league. Again, check out their stuff on YouTube, California Rugby League. Awesome stuff. I love it. Raw, brutal savagery is what I describe it. Again, with more polish, with more time, and they've taken great care. And I've actually brought a jersey of theirs too, by the way, on their website. I brought the San Francisco Savage team, who are the team I support in the CRL, California Rugby League. They've got 6 teams. I'll actually put out a video on the CRL this coming week to give you guys a bit of a, I guess, a lowdown, a 101 on who they are and what they do in the part of America, which is in California. But yeah, that about sums it up for the RLBN Rugby League Broadcast News. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. And tomorrow I'll be throwing in my tips, so check it out. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time. And hey, just remember, if you see Josh Curran running the ball and he's about to take a hit up, what are you going to tell him? Hold the ball. Take it easy, guys. See you guys next time.